What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Rando Commando show. The show where we talk about a particular topic, throw our 2 cents worth in, and have a few good laughs along the way. I'm Ethanuel. Nick has joined us once again to do another episode with us, and this is the Rando Commando show. Most of our popular movies nowadays are Disney films. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, Disney comes out with a film almost every year. But while the heroes are normally the bright, shining star of the movie, most of the time the villains go unnoticed.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not you can't have a good hero if they don't have a good villain.
Right. So for today, for those villains that don't get enough recognition, this episode is for you guys. So today we're gonna list our top 5 favorite villains of the animated world. Sorry, real life movies, we're not gonna do you guys, but. You guys have been
not this one. You never know down the road, bro.
That is true. That is very much true. So, Nick, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. My number 5 just went away on me. All right. My number 5 is probably Scar from Lion King. Like, I don't know. Like, Lion King is one of my favorite Disney movies. And so, like, I don't know. He's like... It's neat to kind of see him. He kind of, like, plays both sides, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, he's, like... obviously like pretty evil, but does a good job of kind of like playing the good guy when he needs to kind of like get people to do what he wants. So like, I don't know, he's just but like still like kind of creepy. Like there's a few moments in there where you're just kind of like it's actually like kind of creepy. So right. I don't know, I like Scar. He's my number 5.
All right, my number 5 is Jafar from Aladdin. I like Jafar because he's kind of like Scar. He's kind of like evil, but he's like kind of playing behind the scenes. I mean, like tries to play a good guy, but in the end, it's just kind of like the reason why he's not number 5 and not number 4 and not any Empire is because of the way he gets defeated. I mean, seriously, he gets hoodwinked into turning himself into a genie.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm like, that's why you're not Empire, because of how you got defeated. So.
Well, we never said they had to be good supervillains.
No, they just. I mean, he's on the list, but. So, yeah. Well,
my number 4 is Shere Khan from the Jungle Book.
Ooh.
Like, he's just legitimately freaky. Like, I don't know. Like, I love him. He's pretty great. He's just, I don't know, like, legitimately kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Right. Definitely, like, inspires fear. You're just being like,
yeah. Especially in the live action one, too. Like, right. I mean, I realize we're not counting live action, but I mean, it's still the same character, so it kind of counts. But yeah, like.
You're like, yeah, very good rendition done in the live action film. Well, since we're not, I mean, obviously we're not counting it, but still, like, yeah, it was worth noting. Hey, pretty well done.
It was pretty good.
My number 4 making the list is, although I don't consider him a villain, but I mean, you kind of have to. But is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast? Like,
I forgot.
Like the name of Gaston is like. He's hilarious, but he's not like, I mean, like, he doesn't start off as the villain, but he like becomes the villain.
He's just, and it's like. Yeah, he's just kind of like a jerk.
Right.
But he's not like super bad. Right. But he's just like wonderful.
Right. It's just like, it's more like he has to make the list. He may not be like the arch villain like Ursula or Jafar, but he's still a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, he is the bad guy of that movie.
Right.
I mean, like the Beast is sort of, but he, you know, not really.
It's like the movie decided to do like Beast is the bad guy, and then he becomes the good guy. While Gaston's like, I'm the good guy, turns into the bad guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, but that's my number 4.
I'm a little bit sad I didn't think of that one sooner.
All right. Well, who's your number 3? Maybe he's on there.
Oh yeah, maybe he is. Maybe he is my number 3.
I don't know. Well, who is your number 3?
Yeah, who is my number 3? My number 3 is Jafar. Like, you know, we just talked about Jafar, but I do love Jafar. Like, and I love Iago. I kind of feel like they kind of count as the same. Like, I do want to separate villains from their henchmen because like my number 1 is actually, I guess, technically a henchman, but like I don't know, I love Iago as well. So a little credit to Iago, and yeah, I love him. Right.
Number 3 for me is the tiger from Jungle Book, Shere Khan. The one thing I will add on to Nick's is that it's like his name inspires fear. I mean, everyone's like, Shere Khan's coming back, and everyone's like, wait, what? Shere Khan's coming back, like, he's a tiger. I mean, like, you think, Bagheera's a panther, and Baloo's a bear. Like, come on, they can take him on. It's like, they're like, nope, I don't want to be within 5 feet of the dude. You're like,
yeah.
So for me, that's like, his name inspires fear is why he makes the list.
Yeah, interesting.
So, what about, who's your number 2?
My number 2 My number 2 is actually Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. She's my number 2. I
love your Yzma voice.
I just love that movie. So, yeah, she's just like so funny. Like I just love like the interactions. It's like she like really tries to be evil, but they're like just making jokes about her like the entire movie, and it's really tough to be like an intimidating person when like everybody's just like making jokes about you, and then they turn her into a cat at the end, and you're just like,
that's like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
funniest thing ever. Number 2 for me is the villain who portrays himself as a villain throughout the entire movie, yet he doesn't get fully recognized as like a villain. Number 2 is Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh.
It's like he starts off right off the bat like being the bad guy, being the villain, and you're just like, wait, what? And then like he goes on the entire movie, and everybody knows he's bad, but he still does bad things, and everyone's like, oh, no. He's just doing it just for the good of everybody, and you're just like, wait, no, he's killing people, like,
yeah,
like get away with mass murder. And then not to mention like he's got one of the best villain songs ever, which is it's still one of my favorites. I mean, it's creepy, but I just love the music.
No, yeah, it's so good.
Right.
Yeah, he's definitely like, yeah, clearly like not like a super powerful or like great fighter kind of person, but he's just like genuinely evil,
right.
And like, yeah, that's a good choice. I kind of forgot about him. Another good one.
So who's your number 1?
My number 1 plays directly into my number 2, and it's Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. You know, maybe he doesn't technically count as a villain, but he's technically a villain for about 98% of that movie. So
true. What are the odds I end up here?
What are the odds of me ending up out here?
That's so great.
There's a wall there. Trust me. Like when he's like running along, like sneaking. Oh, he's doing his own theme music. Like I don't know. I love it.
He even gets his own movie, which is like the best.
I know. Yeah. And he does. He does. Like, and Kronk's New Groove is like actually like pretty good. Like most of the time when they make like sequels to movies that they weren't planning on making sequels to, it's like, come on, trash. But Kronk's New Groove is actually pretty funny.
Right. Yeah. Number 1 for me is none other than Scar from The Lion King. I have to put him up there as number 1. Lion King, besides Fox and the Hound, is my favorite Disney movie of all time.
Fox and the Hound is not high up there for you? Well, like I knew you like, yeah, that's.
Well, it's for me the reason why Fox and the Hound is a good movie, but I could not bear to.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no really good villain. I mean, Todd, like the Hunter of Hunting Todd. I mean.
Yeah, there's no villain, but it's just like I just didn't realize. Like I knew you liked Fox and the Hound, but I didn't realize you liked it almost as much as Lion King. Right, it's crazy to me.
But Scar from the Lion King is like, yeah, kind of you pointed out earlier. He plays both sides of the coin, being like the cool uncle to Simba, but at the same time he's like subtly manipulating him. Like even right before he sends the wildebeest down to the gorge. Like I don't know if you guys like ever picked this up, but he grabs Simba and he's like, oh, by the way, you need to work on that little roar of yours. Simba only roared during the elephant graveyard, and like he's sitting right perched above him. If like that doesn't show how naive Simba is, like how
yeah, but it's also, I mean, is that the only time he's ever roared? I mean, like the only time we see him in the movie roar.
Right.
But I mean, like
it's still like like for me it's just kind of like, ooh, man, Scar, like you're just about to like play the.
Yeah, he's pulling out his strings.
I mean, Ed is the best henchman, but of course we're not going to put henchman on the list. But
well, I did.
Well, I mean,
because I can do what I want.
You're true. That's true. That's true. But yeah, so that's why Scar makes the list. Just the ultimate bad guy, and like, I mean, he gets taken down by his henchmen, but in the truth, you just don't say stuff that you're later going to regret.
It's true. Yep. Don't mouth off to the hyenas.
Especially Ed.
Story, kids.
Especially Ed, because he's the smart one of the group.
Yeah, he'll eat you.
So that's going to be all it for us for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and taking time to watch this. If you like what you see, please leave another video. And if you want Nick or another guest to appear on the show, feel free to leave us a comment. Or you can
I'm not coming back unless somebody asks for it. So ask for it if you want it. And if you don't want it, don't ask.
Don't ask.
Then I
don't ask.
I'll never be back.
Right. Ask and you shall receive is like the.
Yeah. Ask and you shall receive.
So if you want Nick,
don't ask and you won't receive.
Right. Right. But if you don't have YouTube and you're like, I wanted to come back, but you don't have a YouTube account, check us out on one of our social media websites. If you have Facebook or Instagram, you guys can leave a comment saying, I want Nick. And
more Nick, please,
Yeah.
or less Nick, please.
Or heck, even if you want to make a guest appearance, you know, just leave us a comment and we'll see if we can get you in. All right. Thank you so much, guys. These are the Rando Commandos signing off.